Hey everyone, it's June Lucal and I'm here to do a mystery card, November 2022. So hopefully everyone found clue number one and everyone has found the supplies they need. I tried to make this relatively simple or flexible at least. There's a lot of things that you could do for the front, but I'm basically giving you kind of a formula for a card, and I think you'll like it. It's pretty cool because it has a reveal in the inside, basically a surprise, and who doesn't like a surprise, right? So, all right, well, there's not much to, I don't think you're here to see me, unfortunately. Been a crazy week, but I think we'll get started on this and we'll go over the supply list while everyone gets here and discovers us. So, all right, I'm gonna flip you down so you can see my desktop. Oh, why is that all blurry? Okay. All right. I still have to figure out a better way to do that, but I think that'll work. So let's move that so you don't have to see that. All right, so here we have clue number one. Hey, yay, James is here and Nancy's here. That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I really do. Hopefully we'll have some more people join us. I know I posted this later. I was like, I think I forgot to put that up. I could have put it up like last week because I had the logo. Yay, Mom's here. Okay. Your usual program's next Monday. Interesting. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Hopefully you enjoy this. I think this is a pretty cool card, actually, and that you will enjoy it. So here, let's go over some of the stuff. So first of all, find some pattern paper, an all over design or horizontal. So, you know, as I usually do it, I have two different designs. Well, same design, two different cards to show you some options and give everyone time to do things because I've done it before and you might not have. So these two patterns I got from, this is called Lovely in Linen, and there's a whole bunch of really pretty papers in this. Look at that. Aren't those yummy? This is that pale papaya, and we've got the, here, I can pull these all out. This is sweet sorbet. Yeah, there we go. So getting a little piece of each of them. So that's those. And then on the other side, we've got some evergreen, really evergreen. And this Night of Navy kind of makes me think of denim a little bit. And this, I don't know, makes me think of like those big blobs of snow when they come down, right? Oh, and then this one's pretty. So anyway, I got this pretty recently and I thought, oh, let's do something with that. So I have two different ones. This one I would consider an all over pattern. All right. And then this one is more of a horizontal pattern. So you could have it this way, but it really should be consistent. So that's why I said wide and tall when we do the cutting the paper. Okay, so these are the two papers that I chose. Then you need to get a circle die or punch that's at least 1 3/8 in diameter to no more than 1 3/4. So I have those. You don't need both. You just really need one to make sure when you go to the next one, this card's going to have a fun inside reveal. The surprise word or words need to fit comfortably within the circle die. All right, so my reveal is going to be for lots of joy at Christmas. So I made sure, if that makes sense, that would fit inside. Okay, so that's going to be that one. And then, I actually didn't check this one. This one could fit in this smaller one. Okay, so I'll do two different sizes and see how it looks. All right, then find stamps, die cuts, and even words to make a focal point for the front that fits in a 2.5 inch square. So this is very flexible and ideal for one of those stamp sets that have two-part messages. So my first part of this for lots of joy at Christmas is going to be Merry Wishes. Okay, let's see. Merry wishes. Can you see that? Merry wishes. To go with For Lots of Joy at Christmas. And then for the one that says hello, I'm going to have, I did a die cut that says just want to say, and then instead it'll be hello. Okay, so that's how I planned mine out. You should coordinate any images for your 2.5 inch square with your patterned paper. So see, I picked this Sweet Sorbet to go with the paper. All right. And I did, you know, similar with that. So the other motifs, the pictures, whatever, die cuts or fussy cuts can be cut bigger if you want. So like, here's my 2.5 inch square, and this is bigger than that. It's okay. It can extend past it. That's what I'm talking about. And then for the other one, I'm going to use, so those two stamps with the words on it came from Window Wishes, which is really cute. And I almost did that, but I was getting a little crowded on that little bitty square, so I stuck with this little this from Caroling Mice, from this little Christmas tree. Okay, so get those out of the way. All right, so we're going to cut the patterned paper, 2 pieces cut 1 7/8 inch wide and 5 1/4 inches tall. So those are 2. So I made those. I wanted to show you how I cut this, what I meant. This is one of the horizontal ones. So I cut this out of this, and now I'm going to cut for the next ones 3 inches wide and 2 inches tall. So if you made yours 2 1/4 or 2 3/4, that's fine. I just had a little bit of trouble when I actually put it together. So I thought, well, 3 inches would be a little safer. So I'm just, you know, just thought I'd try to catch a few people before they cut it. So I put that on, like Saturday or Sunday or something like that. It was not when I first did it, but it wasn't too much after that. So, okay, I'm going to do 2 inches, and then let me put that over here. And then this is going to be 3 inches wide. Doesn't seem like very big, but seemed to do the trick. Okay, so there's the 2 for the one card I was showing you, and then the other one, I'm going to use that other pattern, the green, 2 shades of green. Okay, so we got cut the pattern paper. All right, color 1 is any light to medium color that's in your pattern paper or goes with it. Okay, so I picked the light color is Soft Succulent, and so I cut 3 1/4 by 5 1/2, and for this one I picked a light color, which was this Pale Papaya. And then you also should cut out a 2 3/4 inch square. So here's that and that. All right, another color that goes, color 2 is another color that goes with your pattern paper, and it can be dark. This is nice because sometimes, you know, you got to be careful about having a background that's too dark to put, you know, to write a message on. So here I've done the Evening Evergreen, and that is supposed to be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Do not fold yet. So here's that for Night and Navy for the other card. And then I'm going to, this one I added, I said cut 3 inch square. You do not have to do that, but when I did do my sample, I was like, oh, this looks so much better. So if you got these directions late, you knew about this. If you didn't and have some scrap and want to cut it anytime from now until whatever the clue is that we do, you are welcome to do that. Or you don't have to do that at all. It's fine. Okay, and then there's my 3 inch square. And then you need an ink pad for both of those. So I got that. All right, now, or you could use black ink if you want. Then you need white or vanilla or a very light color. So you could have a third color if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use white on both of these. And you need 2 1/2 inch square for both of them and a 2 inch square, which in hindsight could have been bigger. So it's fine if you have a bigger one. All right, other things you need. is a trimmer that scores, or the Simply Scored tool. Simply Scored tool is this one. If you've ever seen that you can score in the what you call them, the grooves, or like my trimmer. My trimmer has a lighter. This one is the score. It's like a rounded edge there instead of a blade. Okay, so we are definitely going to need that for this card. And then adhesive. I used the glue, but you can use a lot of different things. You could even probably get away with glue dots. Stampin' Dimensionals is real important, something, and it doesn't have to be mini. You could have them be the bigger ones. Scissors are important. If you're doing dies like I am, you need a cut and emboss machine of some sort. Or if you have a punch, you need a punch. Whatever medium you're going to color your stamped image in. So I am going to use my aqua or my water painter for the one, and markers for the other one. And then embellishments are optional, but I've got a couple different kinds here that I can use. So, all right, hopefully everybody has the supplies. So I'm going to get started with clue 1. All right, so clue 1, I'm going to put that up here. Okay, score the 5, you know what, I'm going to move some of this too. Sorry. Okay, not much room over here. All right, we're going to use these big pieces. And these two. Okay, score the 5.5 by 8.5 colored 2 cardstock at 2 1/8 from both ends to create a gatefold. Also score the 2 pieces of pattern paper 3/8 of the inch from the left and right ends of the 2-inch tall by 3-inch wide pieces. Okay, what that translates into is, all right, I'm gonna keep that guy out of here because he'll just screw things up. Okay, so 2 1/8 from either end. So I'm going to line this up with 2 1/8 and run this down. And I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do the other side. 2 1/8. Okay. All right, so that will give us basically a little gatefold card. Okay, can you see why I didn't want you to fold that in half? That would have been a problem. You can even take the edge of your fingernail, or you can use a bone folder. See if you can make those nice and crisp. Okay, I might even put it upside down. This can be squashed flat with a book or something after the fact before you put in an envelope. That is actually what helped mine. I have a inspiration from many years ago that my friend made that I'm basing this on. So 2 1/8 from both ends. All right, and we'll fold those in. So we have a little gate. All right, and then these little ones. Okay, so we need to do 3/8 from the left and right ends. So honestly, just go 3/8 of an inch from one end. All right, and then if there's an up and down though, what it needs to be is on this end and then on this end, if that makes sense. So try to be consistent, but something like this, that doesn't matter. But if you had, like, I don't know, little dogs or something, you might not want to flip it upside down, and that might screw stuff up. So that's why I'm telling you one at each end, 1/8 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch. All right, and that's gonna get folded down kind of like a table. Okay, All right, let me do that with the other one. Now, if you have a shorter piece, you may want to do it at 1/4 of an inch, but I think it would work. It just kind of was getting caught on each other. So if you have a smaller, shorter piece, or you may want to do it a little shorter. Sorry, I should have said that earlier, but hopefully it won't screw anyone up. Okay. Okay, that's clue 2. All right, glue. Okay, stamp and create the focal point for the front of the card on the 2.5-inch square of white vanilla light colored cardstock attached to the 2 3/8 color 1 square. All right, so I'm going to, where'd they go? All right, there's one. Here's the other one. Okay. For the one, what I ended up doing was I colored, let's see. Not big enough. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Can't find a scrap when you want one, right? All right, I'm going to cut one. Okay, so here is how I did this. I took, this is from Art Gallery. It's from Art Gallery. I did this one. Okay, and all I did was I took my marker, the brush side, and tried to use it on the side of it. Okay, remember. And I'm just gonna go over where the flowers would be. Of course, you can do whatever you want. This was the flexible part. All right, so you might be stamping line art, like, you know, just an outline of something, and then coloring it in, and you could do that with markers or colored pencils or water painters or lots of different things. So you have flexibility there. You do what you want for this card. All right, these are just options. Some things lend to, you know, themselves to some things, and other things are you know, you need extra supplies for, and I'm not expecting anyone to have everything like I do. All right, now I've got that inked up, and it's probably dried a little bit, so I'm going to breathe on it and re-moisten it. And then we'll put it down right here. And I've stamped that, and then there is a die in this case, but I'm not going to cut this out right now. Okay, but that fits just right there. Okay, so here, I'm going to use this one though. I'll cut that one out later. So that's going to go on this, and then it's also going to get framed by the 2 3/4 square. So I'm going to glue those down. And this is the time when you could bring in that 3-inch square if you have it. You do not have to use it. You not have to have this one, especially since I told you late about it. But it does look pretty cool, and we can put that on later if you want to just first things first, right? All right, so I'm going to glue this on. And then this whole thing's going to be lifted up, so you might want to glue these down flat. So it's going off the edge, like I mentioned, is allowed. All right, and then I'm going to take these words. pop them out. Just want to say and get rid of the middle parts of these. All right, so I'm going to do it something like this. Just want, it'll go off the edge a little bit. Oh, I forgot to double stamp that. Ugh. This has an extra one that, drat. Guess it's not critical, but it does look really cool when you do it. All right, this has this extra one. Let's see if I can find a block. I've got some set up for my next project, so it's okay. Okay, and then since I have this out, I'm just going to do this. Gives it a little more depth. Gives you plenty of time to do your project too, your focal point. Okay. So, put some glue. I think I left the top off a little too long on this one. Oh! Didn't you see? I got a little bit too much there. This is really sticky glue. So a little bit goes a long way. You've heard me say that before, though. All right, so just, whoop, darn it. Didn't mean that to happen, but sometimes these things do. All right, and I have a little dot, which actually this would be a perfect time to use my the pick. Just take your pick. So I'll put a little, and then boom, there. Okay, just want so my T is hanging off a little bit. Probably should have moved just over, but it's on now. So well, it's a little bit mushed, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. And then good thing the next one's easy. this say? Ta-da. Oops. Shouldn't have put it on the Y. Because it's going to hang off. So this is going to be a little bit on the fragile side. Probably should have put this a little more on, but oh well. This is what we got. All right, so that's one of my cards, what that's going to look like. Oh, hey, this might help. Oh, good. Now it won't be quite so fragile if I put it there. All right, that works. Saved by the 3-inch square. All right, let's put that on. There. Fabulous. All right, so there I have it. Oh, good. Julie's here too. Perfect. Nope, I always say better late than never, right? So I'm very happy you're here at all, truthfully. All right, so the other one I wanted to do, we're only on clue 3 too. I don't know when you got here actually, but all right, Evening Evergreen. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to stamp this little tree right there. And then Merry Wishes. Gosh, this looks crooked there. All right. Hopefully that's straight. I feel like it might not be. Oh, not bad. All right, so I can take my aqua painter, my water painter. Keep forgetting there's a, we're calling it the generic one. You can use this. There's actually, you can just, with water, kind of pull that ink that you stamped. Can fill in quite nicely. The soft succulent is really pretty much a lighter version of this. So you could use soft succulent or pretty much what I'm doing here. You can also, this is just one easy technique, but you can also use the ink that's on the, you know, if you close this and bounce this, and you can get some more ink off of this and add it if you want. Give it a little bit of shadow. So that would do that one too. Okay. That one's easy. So yeah, that was quick. So I have to put that one on the 3 1/4 or 2 3/4. Blah. I can talk. Okay, so, and then if you want, you know what, I think I will put this. I have a card that I did without this 3-inch one, so if you don't want to do it, that's okay. I didn't tell you when I first published it, so fair enough. This is going to help bring it together, because honestly, it probably would have been great with the soft succulent instead. But this brings it all together, so in my case, yours might be different. All right, so here I have focal points to go with my other things. So, all right, so clue 4. The other 2 pattern pieces can be attached to the front panels of the gatefold vertically. Put dimensionals on the right-hand side Okay, let's do one thing at a time. All right, so this is going to get these put vertically on the gates, the doors. Just like that. Come on. Boy, that glue stuck on fast there, didn't it? All right, I guess that's okay. All right, so there's one card, and hopefully you might be just as quick as me, but I'll go fast on this one. These aren't difficult to do. And then this one. All right, so now put dimensionals on the right-hand side only of the back of the 2 3/4 square. All right, so we're talking on the back. So the right-hand side only, so the right-hand side of that one, or the right side of that one. So, like that. Okay, like that. And I didn't put down quite down the middle, it was just a little to the right, because that is going to be right on the edge of the door. Okay, attach the square to the left door of the card front toward the top, centered as if the gate is closed. So let's take these off. And put that on the left side of the door as if it was closed toward the top. Okay, same with this one. Okay. See how the 3-inch square really adds something here? Oh, yeah. So here's what it looks like without the 3-inch one. It still looks good, but it looks even more finished with the 3-inch one. So your choice. Here, have that one. Good. By the way, the next one's add embellishments if you like, and then the front will be done. So I have some of these gold ones. These are in the mini right now. So I'm going to take one of these small ones and make it like a star at the top, like it's glowing. And then we'll take some of these and maybe actually, why don't I? It's not quite as colorful, but it goes nice too. This, I could have used the take your pick tool. I just grabbed a pin here. Okay, so there is the front of both of these. Okay, So hopefully you are to the same point. I'm going to put this other one back. Okay, all right, that's 4. All right, clue 5. Now for the reveal. Oh, I'm not even on the page. First, we're going to punch it or die cut your circle in the upper center of the 3 1/4 by 5.5 color 1 cardstock piece, if positioned vertically. So like this. So I'm going to put, my bigger stamp was with the green, and then my smaller hello was out of the, was on this card. So I'm going to use my mini. Whoa. Sorry, let me move some stuff. Okay. This is just wide enough. So here we're going to put this on. Hopefully you can still see. And I'll center that toward the top. Doesn't have to be at the top. All right, so something like that. And then we'll put this through. Now it helps to stagger these plates. So don't make the sandwich exactly perfect. This helps pick it up easier for some reason. All right. Whoop. Oh man, I almost lost that one. Okay, so there's my hole. And then let's see this one. I'm gonna do the smaller one. I actually haven't tried the smaller one yet. It's supposed to work just like the rest. And then you can write whatever you want on that part. Okay. So there's my 2. Next, add dimensionals to the very top edge of this, at least 1/8 of an inch above the circle, 1/8 of an inch below the circle, and way down at the bottom. So back with these dimensionals. Whoops. I'm going to do at least 1/8 of an inch above. Actually, you might want to do a little bit more if your circle is smaller. Okay. Just do one at the top and one at in the middle and one at the bottom. How's that? And honestly, here's what I want to make sure it can go through. It has to be able to slide through. Okay. So that's a sneak peek for you though. All right, so you can put them on the corners too, and on either side. And if you want to support the middle, you can, but that's where people are going to write, so you might not want to. Just let it be kind of soft for people to write on. All right, so, but not next to the circle. Sorry, I don't know if I read that part. Okay, that's clue 5. All right, clue 6, center and stamp your reveal message on the 2-inch square. So here, the blue one's going to be hello. And this one's going to be for lots of joy at Christmas. Kind of a hefty message there, but I did it. And it worked. Okay. That one's even a little crooked, which is fine because I can fix that when I put it down. Okay. Remove some dimensional backings and attach the 2-inch square of white vanilla covered cardstock so you can see the message through the hole. If your circle's large and the square is too small to reach the dimensionals, you may need to attach the cardstock square to this card instead, and just make sure your words are visible when you do the next step. Honestly, I should have scratched this. Forget the dimensional part. All right. Attach the 2-inch square to the inside of the card so that you can see it through the window. Okay, so it's going to go like right here. Figure out where that's going to get centered. If you need to move that. All right, so we can make that straight. All right. And then see how that is. I like to hold that down, and then you can stick a glue dot or a glue or whatever you need. And then do this side. Sticks down fast. There we go. There. That might be a good place for glue dots. All right, and then this hello is gonna go right in here. That's gonna go. That look good? Pretty good. Oop. All right. Scooch that a little bit. Wow, that's stuck down fast. Look at that. Damn. Okay. Well, it's staying there apparently. That's okay. We'll work with it. Okay. Center the rectangle piece and attach the center to the inside of the card, even with the top and bottom edges. So now we're going to actually stick it down. Yep, we're getting there. That's clue 6. How's everybody doing? Am I going too fast, too slow? Is this too hard of a card? Am I explaining things okay? Hopefully. All right, so that, and this one. Okay, I moved it a little bit to the left, so hopefully that's not going to affect it might affect it a little bit, but this looks like it's a little bit too long, so I'm going to trim it. I'm not sure how that happened, but they do sometimes, so. We'll see if that makes a difference. I think it might, but we'll see. All right, so hopefully everyone's got that. All right, clue 7. Finally, line up the 2, 3 by 2, or 2 by 2 and 3/4 by. Oops, wrong line. Oh, sorry, I gotta cut these first. Okay, so that the scored lines match. All right, now you can use the corner of the card So, for example, like this, you might even want to do it on the other side, so then you can, so line the corners up, and this should be centered. And you can make a 90-degree banner tail. I tried doing a little bit shallower one, and it didn't reveal the words completely. So that's the reason. With the circle, you gotta have it like a 90-degree, all geometry. All right, well, that's a little hard to see, but I'm lining those up so that they are the same, and I only have to do that once. And then I'm gonna cut. Okay, so there I have 2 banner tails. Okay, and then these 2. So we're gonna center the tip and line up the 2 corners. I didn't mention you need a pencil, sorry. Hopefully you have some kind of writing utensil nearby. Okay. There's that. Okay. So you've bent the scored ends under like its edge of a table, and we're going, let's add adhesive at the end. Unless you have one of those, actually I should have suggested that kind of tear and tape, then you could put it on now. But we're going to be putting glue on, or some kind of adhesive right there, okay, on the outsides of the tab. And then tuck the banner tails of one piece under the center rectangle you just attached and over the hole. So this is a little tricky because you got to like pull that up and make sure you're over the white. Oops. Okay, so something like that. And then same thing on this side. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so you have the 2 scored ends out. And if you can line those up, even better. Okay. Now, if you have a slightly shorter one, the 2 3/8 one, you are still okay. You can push them a little bit closer. Okay, so that less is showing on the outside, if that makes sense. So like more in like this. I think that will work. No, actually, you might just have to have a little opening. Honestly, I feel really bad about that, but I think the 3-inch ones are going to work better. Here's how I did it for this one. So this is the shorter ones. All right, so when I open it up, boom. And this I ended up only gluing down a quarter of it. But if I open this up too much, it gets caught a little bit. But only sometimes. So it will work if you have 2 3/4, but I think that 3 is a little bit better. Okay, so here I have that. See if you can get that lined up and these lined up. Okay, and then I'm going to put adhesive, and you can use tape or glue dots. I'm going to try glue dots on this one. Okay, so whoop. The nice thing about this is it'll be instantaneous. With the wet glue, you want to give it a minute. So, or if you have some kind of runner type of thing, like the Stamp and Seal, the only thing is it might be too wide for this. All right. So let's line that up again. Oh, it's sticking to me. Okay. So it's just inside the fold. See how I did that? It's just inside the fold. All right, now the next step is so easy because all it's to close it. All right, and when you open it, voila, we're lots of joy at Christmas. Boom. Isn't that fun? I think that's a cool reel. Lots of joy at Christmas. So I guess when it's a little longer, it covers up some of the words. So if your words are big, maybe you do want because I think this was more room for the words, but it gets caught a little bit. So you gotta be careful. So sorry about that. You might have to do a little bit of extra messing around with that, but still, that's pretty cool, right? Let's do that with this. So if you have tear and tape, that could be really cool. I don't know. That's going to probably, I'll do this one with the glue. All right. So try to get that under that. And this. It's got to go above the words there. And you can have them interlock, but in some ways it's guaranteed that it won't be a problem if you do one on top of each other. But if I were to do it interlocked, there, so they're kind of like that, right? Let's do it. Okay, let's put some glue there. We might have to give this a minute to dry, although this dried freakishly fast, didn't it, earlier? All right, put the adhesive there. I'm going to close these up. All right, here we go. Hello. There we are. It worked. Yay! So hopefully you have created a really awesome reveal card. This is a gatefold reveal card. I don't know, that's what I'm going to call it. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you have done with it. Hello. Just want to say hello. It's just so fun. You can do this over and over again. And it's like, I'm easily amused, aren't I? So, all right. So that's it for Clue 7. Hopefully, yeah, like I said, yours came out really cool. So last page, things to do. So here's the card that inspired this. This is designed by my upline, who's not my upline anymore because she's not with Stampin' Up! Anymore, but she made this a number of years ago, and then she made it. She actually, we had this like shoebox swap thing where everybody brought a project and everyone made their own. So she designed this project and had stuff for all of us to do. It was really fun. But I actually was the one that made this card, but she designed it. So yeah, so this is more than 10 years old, I'd say. All right, you can visit youcanstamp.com and follow my blog. That always helps. You can get the most recent news, more mystery cards, information about me, what's going on. I'm hoping to get more projects on there, but I feel like I'm lucky to get some of these Facebook Lives done. I want to update the mystery cards. I know, like, I have to redo the last one because it got erased. So I promised Diane I would do that, and I will for sure. So that's one of the top things on my list. But of course, family comes first, and that is a priority right now. So check out the online store through the host code box. Here's the host code, but I have the current one. They're in on my website. In the corner, there is a box that has looks like colored pencils, and you can go directly to the store when you click on that. I realized I hadn't fixed it before, but I fixed it this time, so it should go directly there. If you are buying anything less than $150, I recommend you use the host code because that helps consolidate smaller orders, and I can get some free items to demonstrate. A lot more fun. But if your total's over $150, please save that free stuff for you. And if you're buying over $100, consider joining because you can get a discount if you're going to be spending that kind of money on a regular basis. You probably will want to do that. And hopefully you'll choose me to be your demonstrator or your upline, because I would love to build my team a little bit more than we already have. We have Julie and we have Nancy, and both of you are on here, and you guys are awesome. So thank you. Okay, and then be sure to watch my Tuesday night broadcasts at 8 o'clock on Facebook Live. Next one's December 6th, and I haven't decided yet. I might do the snowman one, but I might do another Yeti one because I had some cool ideas for that. I didn't finish them all. Have a blast stamping. That's the most important thing on this list. And finally, I was going to mention this before, but post your mystery card, whatever you made. All right, these are the ones I made, but what did you make? I want to see what you made. So please post them under this video in Facebook, and I'll give away one of these cards to one lucky person who posts. So I'll just put everybody, if any more than one person posts, I will put your name in the box or a basket or something and choose. I haven't gone back to the last ones, but I haven't seen, I don't know. I got to catch up a little bit. I finally finished all my art classes, my kid classes, so now I should have a little bit of a breather. But Thanksgiving's this week and all that, so I'm going to do my best to catch up. But please, I really do want to see what you guys make. It's so cool to see. So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed making cards. And you can always come back and watch the replay. This is always on Facebook unless I erase it like I did last week. That's really unusual. That's the only one I've ever erased. So I am going to get a new one at some point. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful night. And thanks again. Bye.